These are the 4 worst things you can do with your money. There are a lot of people trying to take your money on the internet and in real life, for that matter. For every legit person out there trying to sell you something, there's 10 more scammers trying to make a quick buck off you and then totally disappear. My name is Patrick. I'm a certified financial education instructor. I always give you the straight, unbiased coupon money, and that's why you follow me. There's good places to put your money that can grow your wealth exponentially. I'll cover that in my next video, but there's also a lot of bad places that'll either bleed your wealth dry, make some slimy salesperson rich, or there's just better alternatives. In today's video, we're diving into the 4 worst things you can do with your money. The last one is something you see something sold all over social media that too many good, smart people fall for. For the first one, ask yourself this: would you buy a stock that you know is guaranteed to lose 40% of its value in the first 3 years? Probably not. Well, there is something like that. It's the biggest destroyer of wealth out there, and it's no stock or other investment. The brand new car. You're probably rolling your eyes right now, but hear me out. A new car loses 10% of its value as soon as you drive it off the dealership lot. So let's say you buy a $50,000 car, you lost $5,000 as soon as you leave the dealership, and then it loses 30 to 40% of its value in the first 3 years. Now, if you have a net worth of over $1 million and you can afford a brand new car, go for it. I'm not saying don't buy a brand new car, but that's one thing. If you're struggling to get by, like 64% of people can't cover a $1,000 emergency expense according to CNBC. The average new car payment is $725 a month according to CNBC as of August 2023, up 11% from just a year ago. And 17% of people now pay over $1,000 a month for a car, which is almost like another rent payment for something that's guaranteed to go down in value. A better alternative is getting a used car coming off a 3-year lease. Since the dealership wants to sell it to you, it's gonna be in pristine condition with low mileage. And after 3 years, the depreciation, fancy word for an asset losing value, decreases significantly. You're getting something that's still reliable and looks new for 30 to 40% less. Just make sure you do your due diligence with the vehicle history by checking the Carfax. This is exactly what I did when I bought a 2017 F-150 for $37,000 back in 2020. I probably could have afforded a new one, but those were pushing $60K. I still got a truck that looks new, and I've never had a mechanical issue with it because I perform regular maintenance. Now it has over 70,000 miles on it. I anticipate having that truck another 7 to 10 years at least. For the next one, you ever get an offer for a free flight or a cruise or something similar? All you have to do is attend a 1-hour presentation. This happened to my wife and I last month on a trip to Cabo. When we first walked in the door of the resort, our quote-unquote personal concierge invited us to attend a short presentation, get a free breakfast, and get a choice of a free massage or a free excursion. He almost suckered me into attending. I knew I wasn't going to buy anything. I was like, may as well get a free massage out of it. That was until we talked to another guest saying, yeah, that 1-hour presentation was 3 hours. Don't do it. So needless to say, I was glad we skipped it. What I just described is a high-pressure sales tactic used time and time again for one of the worst things you can do with your money: timeshares. These may sound great on the surface. You get to own part of a vacation property, but they go down in value over time. You're responsible for the maintenance fees, which typically go up every year, and they can be more than just renting a vacation. There's not much flexibility for you when you get to use it, and good luck if you want to get out of the contract. It's extremely difficult. You may have heard ads on the radio for companies that are specifically for getting out of timeshares. That's how hard it is. You are so much better off if you're going on a vacation, just getting an Airbnb or visiting somewhere once in a while. There's almost never a circumstance where signing a timeshare contract is a good idea. Now, this one is something you see a lot of commercials on these days. I even saw Colin Cowherd, a prominent sports talk host, promoting it on his show. He said the stock market is too undependable and this is better for preserving your wealth. What he doesn't disclose is that the stock market traditionally earns 10% over the long term, and the long-term average for this is more like 4 to 5%. It can be good if you're old and looking to keep what you have, not great if you're looking to grow your money and you're at the beginning of your wealth building journey. It's gold or other precious metals like silver or platinum. Like I said, great if you're like 65 and retired looking to keep what you have, but if you're trying to build up a solid base, you're leaving a ton of money on the table by buying gold. All right, now let's roll into the last one. Something you see people all over the internet. People calling themselves financial advisors will try to sell it to you, and it's one of the most unethically sold financial products out there. You've probably had some person you know from high school or college try to sell you this. Companies that sell this type of insurance love hiring young, hungry graduates, but when you get hired, the first thing they do is they make you reach out to everybody on their contacts list. Transamerica and Northwestern Mutual are notorious for doing this. I'm talking about whole life insurance, also known as index universal life or permanent life insurance. The salesperson will try to get you excited about this by saying things like you can be your own bank, or you're guaranteed not to lose money, or they'll call it the infinite banking myth. worth it. But in essence, what it is it's a savings account with a crappy rate of return, pays the insurance company a mind-boggling amount of fees. Now, life insurance isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's something that you need if you have people that depend on your income to survive. You can get that with something called term life insurance or permanent life. It's designed to get your children to adulthood where they don't need to be supported by your income. But with whole life insurance, which lasts your entire life, which most people do not need, and this is what the salesperson never tells you, is that the entire premium from the first year goes straight to the salesperson, which can be $10,000 or more. And this is why you see so many people selling it. This, coupled with the fact that it only grows at a rate of 1 to 3% per year, like I said before, the stock market historically averages 10%, is what makes this such a bad investment. While it's technically true you can't lose money, let's say the market does better than 10% like it did in 2019 when it was up 29%. Guess who gets that 19% the market went up above 10%? It ain't you, it's the insurance company. What the insurance, IUL, or whatever skeevy social media people want to call it, don't tell you is that it makes the salesperson and the insurance company rich, not you. Have you made one of these mistakes? Is there anything you'd like to add to this list that I left out? Make sure you let me know in the comments and hit that subscribe button if you found value in this video, and keep following me for more personal finance content.